Can you imagine a world where you wake up and check your phone and you have no connection to the world around you? There are no news stories, no Instagram, no TikTok, nothing to tell you what's going on in the community outside of your own life. I think that would feel very isolating, very strange, and just altogether weird. My name is Lailah Rodriguez, and I've always been curious about the world around me. That's why I started studying communications at Lone Star College, because I want to be a news reporter. I would like to tell other people about the world around them, and I would like to help us all feel connected and united by sharing stories that everybody needs to hear. I'm excited for this opportunity to take this public speaking class to help me learn how to talk in front of people and share my stories and listen to their stories so we can all be united in that way. My love for stories started young. When I was little, my parents would read to me every night before bed and throughout the day. I would watch the words on the page and match words to the sounds that they were saying, and then I taught myself to read before I was 4 years old. I kept reading, and soon I had read every book at my library because I loved the stories so much. I started having to buy books at Barnes & Noble and other bookstores because the library didn't have enough books for me to read by the time I was in middle school. It cost a lot of money, but it was worth it. I wanted to be a news reporter because I love reading about those other stories, and I would like to share my own. I used to think I wanted to be an author because I loved reading and writing so much, but after a little bit of time and going into college, I realized that reporting was my real passion. And I'm super excited to take this opportunity to move forward into my career. As I was reading when I was younger, when I was 12, I picked up the book The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien, and then that became my favorite book series of all time. I love the stories of friendship, loyalty, courage, and fighting for what's right. I really admired all of the heroes in that story and in others. I've always loved stories about heroes, and I'd like to someday be sort of a hero in the news world, sharing stories by people whose voices may not be heard if I don't help them get the word out. I believe that the people need to hear the truth, and the community needs to be able to trust the news and know that it's real. And if they don't trust the news and know that it's real, then how can they feel safe in their community? I would like to have a role in that, in helping people feel safe and feel heard in their community and in the world. Robert Fisk said it best in his quote when he said, "Our job as news reporters is to get as close to the truth as possible in an imperfect world and get the truth out." This quote speaks to me because I agree with what he's saying, because the world isn't perfect and people aren't perfect, but we can do our best to communicate properly and help each other feel heard. Besides reading and writing and reporting, I love traveling. In my 19 years of life, I've already been to almost 30 states inside the United States, plus Mexico. Mexico is beautiful, and I recommend it. I've been to the beaches in Florida, I've been hiking in Montana, and I've played in the snow in Arizona. And it was all beautiful, and I have so many good memories of so many different places. Outside of the United States, I would love to someday travel to Europe and be able to walk around in Athens, Rome, or Barcelona and just see all the beautiful history that they have to offer there. Because thousands of years ago, people just like us lived in those places, and they had stories and lives and emotions just like we did, and that's always been fascinating to me. All of these memories and experiences and passions have shaped me into the person I am today. I'm very curious about the world, and I always want to learn more, and I always want to make memories with new people. I look forward to my future years in college and my career, and I look forward to having new adventures every day. Thank you.